let's welcome on board Bhanu Chopra, the founder and MD at RateGain Travel Technologies, joining us on the show right now. Bhanu, hi, morning. Good to have you on the show. It's been a steady Q3 for you as I look at it. You've seen a jump coming in from Adara as well on a year-on-year basis. Are you on track for that double, revenue mark that you set for in the next 3 years?
Yeah, so thanks for having me on the show. Yes, we had a very robust quarter again. And I'd like to remind you, we are now at 82% growth for the first 9 months and far exceeding the guidance that we had given for the beginning of the year, which was around 55 to 57%, which we revised upwardly to about 65% now. So very pleased with the results. And given how we have performed and delivered on our promises after our IPO, I feel pretty good about the promise and the target that we've set up for the next 3 years as well.
Why last 3 months have been extraordinarily good for you? I mean, if I look at the last year, which is FY23, and compare that with FY24, you're firing full cylinders. What has changed in between a year?
So, as you know, Nikunj, one of our growth drivers has been this marquee acquisition that we did of Adara, which sort of completes our integrated suite. And our vision is to have this one integrated suite that allows our customers to acquire guests, retain them, and engage with them, and have a wallet share expansion. So, Adara has been instrumental in building the acquisition funnel for our customers, and it has the complete suite is very, very compelling, and as a result of which you see the growth that you see.
How much is coming from, let's say, the original organic business, and how much is coming from Adara and the new organic business? I mean, could you just give us a breakup?
Yeah, so organically, we're at about 30% now.
Okay. Now, do you see this kind of a run rate will continue for FY26 also? Because FY25, if this, I mean, it's obvious that you will continue to grow. But FY26, can you sustain this kind of a momentum, or you'll have to acquire something else to build on it?
So what we've guided the market, Nikunj, is like over the next 3 years, we look to double. So which is about a 26% CAGR year over year. So we feel pretty confident in looking at our track record on how we have demonstrated success in over delivering on whatever we promise. I feel pretty good about it. If you look at sort of the overall macro indicators as well, there is very robust demand in travel. People's attitudes towards travel has changed. When you come to discretionary spend, travel is on top of their list. So I feel pretty good with the macro factors aligning that we should be able to come on good on the promise.
Right. And morning, Bhanu, given the fact that even your margin improvement has continued in the quarter gone by, given that you're so optimistic about growth down the line, doubling revenues over the next 3 years, what can we expect when it comes to your margin trajectory?
Yeah, similarly on our margins, also when we came at the time of the IPO, we had talked about going from 8% to 20% over the next 5 years. So again, we are far exceeding that target. We are already have achieved the 20% margin in year.
Oops, we seem to have, I think, snapped that line, just getting in a view on the overall financials and what the margin trajectory is. But nonetheless, the management alluding to the fact that Adara's acquisition has been critical to bolstering growth. 82% is what they've seen in the last 9 months, and they will double revenues over the next 3 years. All right, what else is buzzing away then in the market? Let's take you. Okay, Mr. Bhanu, thanks for rejoining us. There was a bit of an issue. You were talking about your margins. Give us levels.
Yeah, so we currently at 20%, and what I talked about is when he came at the time of the IPO, we talked about going from 8% to 20% in 5 years. So we sort of exceeded that target.